All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of adult age. I am back with part 2 of the Masters of the Universe Revelation Masterverse toy line from Mattel. This one's going to be Moss-Man and Evil-Lyn. Up first, Moss-Man. 30 points of articulation, Masterverse, barcode, Netflix, 6+, name Mattel. Very, very cool artwork on the side here. Moss-Man, heroic spy and master of camouflage. Don't feed it to children. Blah, 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 blah. Barcode. Same awesome artwork on the back here. He-Man, Moss-Man, Skeletor, Evil-Lyn. Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. There's some plastic blah blahs there. Let's see, can you read that, folks? It's a little bit blurry. Let's see if we can clear that up. And good enough. Alright. Back it down here, get this light situation figured out. Alright, cool. Let's get this baby cracked open. I can't find my Motu Classics Moss-Man. So the only one I got just hanging out to the side is the OG Moss-Man that's flocked. This guy has seen better days. But he's in the collection, so we keep him because we loves him. Let's get that tab popped at the top there. Yes, straight through the top, folks. Get these tabs out of there. Classic Cradle Shop. Let's see. Another sweet looking stone background. I'm gonna have a pretty good collection of stone background cardboards. He's got a double plastic layer there to hold all those accessories in. Let's take a look at those accessories, why don't we? He's got this great big tree branch extension of his arm. A real, there's my viney powers. It's on a ball peg. It's a stiff ball peg for now, but the peg is rather small. Put that there. Let's look at his variety of hands. 3 fingers, 1 thumb. Which is, I always find that odd, but you know, that's just me. Ball peg. Left hand, 3 fingers, 1 thumb. I like the gnarly tree branch wood kind of texture on his fingers. His whole hands in general. A mossy, lettucey looking material on the back of his hands. Those are the action poses. These are more the resting hands. Let's see that there. They look very cool. Moss-Man has grown to be one of my more favored characters. I'm super partial to the color green. Let's see, let's get Moss-Man out of here. Is he belted in? He is not belted in because he had the double layer of plastic. Get that there. Wow, look at this guy. He is very Swamp Thing-esque, like other people have said already, but that doesn't bother me. Swamp Thing's a cool figure. Alright, let's see. Stands great. Let's get his arms down so we can check out the articulation. Can't really look up. Only a little bit of down. Make sure that's on camera. He can flex all the way around pea soup. The shoulder joint is stiff on this guy. That's about what you get on him. Down, bicep cut. Bicep cut. Now, I like the different colors of green here. And I like the sculpted branchy tendrils within the sculpt there. You got the different textures. It looks good in person. That's what I'm going to say. I like the way it looks in person. That color is similar to that color or similar to that. Let's see. Double jointed elbow, but pretty good range of articulation there. Double jointed elbow. Yeah, you can tuck it pretty close to his head there. I like that. The joints are a little bit loose, but not drastically, I would say. Let's see. Good rotation on the hands. Bends. I like the sculpt. It's got like a gnarly thumb going on here. Let's go with the back. That's all the back you got. That's all the forward you got. More side pivot than front or back movement. Waist cut. A semi-classic style belt. Looks like wood grain. Flexible moss drapage on his loincloth. Very cool. Up. Back. Up and back. Splits. Good splits. It does have that weird joint, which I was prepared for from watching other people's videos. Double jointed knee. A little bit odd. Just big chunky legs broken up by sculpt. Always look weird when the knees are bent. But it functions alright. Can you hear that? A little bit of looseness there. A lot of looseness in the upper joint on the left leg. So that could have been better. Rotation on the foot. I like the foot. It's like tree roots. It's like he's gone from a moss man to a moss creature. I mean, he stands okay, I think. I like the facial sculpt. Let's do the old hand swap. Put this giant hunka chunka on here. And yep, immediately you get the peg wobble. Peg sag, because it is a super small peg. I don't think they thought that one through very well. Because there's a little bit of wobble in the ball joint there. But being a small peg and a good sized hole there, it droops immediately. And it looks amazing, but the functionality just a little bit lacking. Plus it's so heavy, you gotta really rear him back, and you basically have to rest it on something to get it looking like he's using it, you know? It's a shame. Have it up in the air, might be able to get him posed in such a way that up in the air, but you can't be pointing it at camera without faking it. This guy, I like him a lot, but that wrist joint situation there, Oh, now you wanted to fall back there. Have to take that off so he can stand up without any weirdness. That wrist joint situation is not cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, his die cut breaks up the sculpt. So if you wanted to turn his leg, you get this weird hard chunk there. But you can flex the hip a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's all right for now. Put his very cool sculpting giant root tentacle hand that's basically useless because of the crap ball joint there, and we'll put his other hands there. Very cool figure, but I'm disappointed by the joint situation there. Let's move along to Evil-Lyn. Same packaging that I'm guessing is going to be the hallmark of the Masterverse line. Articulation, Netflix, Evil-Lyn, Mattel. Evil-Lyn, Evil Warrior Goddess. Real awesome, sexy artwork on there. Write-ups, don't feed it to children. There's a barcode. Different artwork on the back. Very, very powerful image of Evil-Lyn being a badass. There's a write-up. You can pause it and read it if you want to. He-Man, Moss-Man, Skeletor, Evil-Lyn, cross-sell. Gotta have the cross-sell. Empowering the next generation through play. Hope the next generation does not expect to be able to use that giant tentacle hand, because they'd be just as disappointed as us middle-aged collectors. Little whammy in the box there. Let's get her out. Same backdrop in there. She also comes with the double clamshell or double plastic there to hold all their accessories and face and everything in there. She's got, let's look at her hands. Got a magic spell casting hand. I like the sculpt. A little bit of paint weirdness, or just call it magic leaching out onto her thumb there. You can kind of see it. Alright. Don't want to take everything out of the package, so we're going to put her hand back in there. Take her out, set her aside. For lack of a better term, the satchel or purse. Flexible strap. Screw around with it too much and you probably will stress out the corner and break it. It's good sculpt, looks good. I'm sure it hangs quite nicely on her shoulder or around her torso. It's pretty cool. It'd be neat if it opened though. Got her awesome staff with this semi-translucent purple ball there. Yeah, that's the long form of the staff. Very cool. Set that there. Her alternate head is very cool. Adjust the camera some. I like the sculpt. A little bit of flashing on the chin, but a little careful scraping can take care of that. I love the hair. Nicely sculpted, very clean white hair. They made Evil-Lyn look rather gorgeous. Put her face there. Let's carefully set that aside. Let's look at Evil-Lyn herself. She is cool. She's rivaling Skeletor in awesomeness here. Got great ball joint in the neck there. You can probably play around there, get some good articulation out of it. I like how she was set up in the cradle, like an almost action pose. Let's see. Not a lot up. Good amount of down. Full exorcist. Lovely sculpting there on the helmet. Got the points, got the skull. Wonderful face. Popped her head off. Let's compare the two faces. They do in fact look like the same person. It's always good when you're making an alternate head of the same character that they look the same. What's this? We got a dog bone in there. Not a lot of movement. Let's pop the head on there. Nice and snug. Makes your neck look a little bit shorter there. We can probably adjust that some. The collar piece is sculpted to her torso. A lot of wibble in her joint. It's like she's dancing. I'm dancing to music that only I can hear. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Really good shoulders here. Way above 90 on her shoulders. Very cool. All the way up and around. Up and around. Her bicep cut. Double jointed elbow. Just one half of it is 90. Let's see if we can get the other half to work. Wow. You can touch the back of her head, folks. That is basically unheard of in my experience. A figure that can touch the back of their head comfortably. Now this joint is a little bit looser. Really loose by comparison to the other one. But let's see. Yep. That's crazy. I'm impressed by that. I don't impress easily, folks. We got forward and back on the wrist. Oh, couldn't even see that. Forward and back on the wrist. All the way around. Let's get the arm out. Got crazy movement on the upper ball joint. There's a bit of gapping there. We'll probably fix that. Yeah, waist pivot. Looking at it so weird, I forget to get it on camera. I like the sculpting on her tunic piece, I guess you could call it. Tunic skirt, whatever you want to call that. It's got some fabric texture. Basic pants underneath. It's got this strap there. I'm guessing you can cradle the folded up staff in there. Yeah, that looks alright. Put that over there. Leg articulation. Insane amount of split. Absolutely full split. You can go back, you can go forward. He does have a thigh cut hiding in there. Just get things out of the way. She's got double jointed knees. You can kick herself in the back. That's crazy. Stiff knees. A little bit loose on the hip there. Let's get the other knee happening here. See if we can get that joint. There's the upper joint. Yeah, that's a crazy amount of leg articulation, folks. Boot cut. Up, down, side to side wiggle. Let's see, how does she stand? Get that back down. She's looking like a freaking pirate. I love it. She stands pretty good. Let's get the long staff in her hand. It's loose, but if you find just the right spot, like there perhaps. I like her with either head, folks. In a classic style headpiece, and you got the white hair piece. I could go either way, folks. I think she's the standout figure so far. Put her over here. Alright. That was Moss-Man and Evil-Lyn. Overall, without the giant tentacle piece, Moss-Man's a pretty awesome figure. Evil-Lyn, awesome across the board, I'd say. Battle Cat, I love it. It's huge, but I love it. Skelegod over there, got funky little loose ankles, but beyond that, I like it. Alright, that was part 1, folks. Coming soon, part 3. Peace.